Take it up, take it up.
And you guys never ever let my son put a dress on, ever. Ever, ever, ever. You understand me? Like ever. Like ever.
No worries. You can't do that.
First time and last time.
Yeah, first time and last time.
Ever.
A friend sent me this video. It's a father who's upset with his son's teachers for putting him in a dress. This is not the first video, and it won't be the last time a teacher puts male children in dresses. Does the father have a right to be upset? Emotionally, he does, but logically, no. And the reason why I say this is because once you send your kid to school, or once you send your child to school, you've basically signed a non-verbal agreement to have strangers raise your children. At this point, they can teach them anything they want to. They can do with them as they like, as long as it's not illegal, and it can be illegal if nobody finds out about it. Once your child leaves your guidance or leaves your watch, there's no telling what has happened to him, or what can happen to him, or what others will teach them, or what influences people will have over them. To be honest with you, you have no idea who your teachers are, what they do in their private space, what they subliminally will teach your children. You have no control over that. And to be frank, that's the reason why as kids grow up today, there's a separation between the parent and the child, because you're not the person really raising them. The school has full control. And even after they come home, because the majority of time spent at home is doing homework. So in school and at home, the teacher has full control. So let's start this by reading Daniel chapter 1 verse 1. In the 3rd year in the reign of Jehoiakim king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And the Most High gave Jehoiakim king of Judah into his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of Elohim, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his Elohim, or to his God. And he brought the vessels in the treasure of the house of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom there was no blemish, but were well favored, skill in all wisdom, and in cunning knowledge, and understanding science, such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, in whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon conquers Jerusalem, and takes treasures of the Most High back to the temple in his land. He also ordered the young, intelligent, fair-looking Israelites to be brought to the palace, to be educated in all the ways of Babylon, language, knowledge, so that they would be prepared to serve in his court. Children today belong to the school. What happened to Daniel in Babylon was forced upon them. But today, most people willingly offer or send their kids to be educated in the language and in the cultures of today's Babylon. They're not forced, they willingly do it so that they can serve the king in his court. And when I say language, I don't mean English. There's other forms of communication, but they learn all the ways of this culture, of this life, their history. So let's read Daniel chapter 1 verse 17. As for these 4 children, Elohim gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said that he should bring them, the prince of the eunuchs brought them before Nebuchadnezzar, and the king communed with them, and among all them was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They stood before the king, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding, that the king inquired of them, and he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and the astrologers that were in the realm. Now Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were blessed by the Most High. They were forced to go to school with the magicians and astrologers, but the Most High had separated them in teaching them. But today, we willingly send our kids to school with the magicians and the astrologers. We think nothing of it. And when kids go on the bus today, they're on the bus with the magicians and the astrologers. I know some of us don't want to think about it. That's what's happening. But the Most High has called the children of Israel to be separate, not to grow beards, not to wear dresses, fringes, not to be born again, not to be the best Christian we can be. We're called to be separate. Exodus chapter 33:16. Wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight? Is it not that thou goest with us? So shall we be separated, and I and thy people, from all the people that are on the face of the earth. Leviticus chapter 20:24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land floweth with milk and honey. I am the Most High your Elohim, which have separated you from other people. Leviticus 20:26, and you shall be holy unto me, for I, the Most High, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that you should be mine. Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 2, and the seed of Israel separated themselves from all strangers, and stood and confessed their sins and their iniquities of their fathers. Nehemiah chapter 10 verse 28, and the rest of the people, the priests, the Levites, the porters, the singers, and the Nethinims, and all that had separated themselves from the people of the lands unto the law of the Most High, their wives, their sons, and their daughters, everyone having knowledge and having understanding. Nehemiah chapter 13 verse 3, and it came to pass when they heard the law, that they separated themselves from all the mixed multitude. Ezra chapter 6 verse 21, and the children of Israel were come again out of captivity, and all such had separated themselves unto them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land, to seek the Most High their Elohim, and did eat. Ezra chapter 10 verse 11, now therefore make confession unto the Most High the Elohim of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land, and from strange wives. Ezra chapter 10 verse 16, and the children of the captivity did so. And Ezra the priest was certain chief of the fathers after the house of their fathers, and all of them by their names were separated, and sat down in the first day of the 10th month to examine the matter. These verses, and there are many more, highlight the aspects of separation, the importance of separation, including separating from other nations, the people, their unclean and sinful practices. And then, once you're separated, then you can truly dedicate yourself to the Most High. But while you're still joined to them, I'm not sure how you do it. I'm not saying that we don't do all the commandments and the smaller commandments, but we have to do the bigger thing first, not go for the low-hanging fruit. The big thing is to separate yourself. Judges chapter 2 verse 1, and the angel of the Most High came up to Gilgal to Bochum, and said, I made you to go out of Egypt, and I have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. You shall make no league with the inhabitants of the land. You shall throw down their altars, but you have not obeyed my voice. Why have you done this? So we see in the book of Judges, this is why the Most High began to turn away from the children of Israel. People think it's when Solomon did what he did, but that's not true. This was the beginning of the end, right here in the book of Judges, when they did not separate themselves and started to make peace with the people of the land. So to sum this all up, emotionally, it's okay to be angry with what they teach your kids in school, but logically, no, because the Most High said to separate yourselves from them, not get tutors to further educate them in all the ways of the magicians and astrologers. You can't worry about fixing or trying to fix the entire school system and make it a place for our children. You can't worry about fixing the political system and making it a good place for us to live. The goal is to separate yourselves. Now, separation takes time, it takes a plan, it's going to take a prayer, many prayers. If you don't want to do it, and having no knowledge or no desire to do so is what is separating you from the Most High. Your desire to separate yourselves from the people of the filthiness of the land is what will make you close to the Most High. That desire, that want, not to join with them, is what will make you close to the Most High. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.